Stop wasting your weekends on back-breaking weeding or wrestling with heavy tillers. What if I told you the secret to high-yield gardening is hidden in effortless, lazy layers? This specific sheet laying mulching method builds rich soil and does it automatically while you're sleeping, while you're washing dishes, while you're hanging on the couch watching your favorite TV show, ensuring massive harvest with zero sweat equity required. Let's hop in and show you guys everything we're doing differently this year to build healthy soil and also repel weeds and doing it at the same time.
This is actually the first time I've weeded my garden all season long, and we are already the first week into July. Earlier this year, my husband and I invested in what I'm calling holy paper from Farmer's Friend. I will link it down below. No affiliate link, not sponsored, anything like that. This is my first year using it. We absolutely love it. We used it in the raspberries. We used it here in the orchard, in our garden space here. Absolutely loving it. I need to start planting my fall garden this week, and I think I'm going to go ahead and order another roll of paper for green beans that we're doing for a fall garden and broccoli that we're putting in the fall garden, just because it has worked so well here. I don't want to go back to not having it. So I think that this holy paper has earned its place on the homestead here. It's made gardening so much easier, so much less stressful, especially being in the busiest season of my life, 5 kids, 10 and under, but also homeschooling, summer activities, just in being able to enjoy summer, take beach days. I just went on a trip to the Bahamas and I was gone for a couple of days, and my husband didn't have to worry about keeping up with the garden at all or weeds or anything, which was really, really nice. I think moving forward we might also put it in the raised beds, but I'm gonna be out here weeding. Some of the kids are coming out, they're picking raspberries. And you guys, you can also check the blackberries because, yep, but make sure they're black, okay? Okay. So they're gonna harvest some of those while I hopefully can hurry up and get this weeded. I also want to fertilize it and get the sprinkler on it because we haven't had rain in a couple days, and I think the sprinkler would, it could benefit from a drink. So that's the plan for tonight. I think my husband's also going to come out and join me, and I think we're going to hill potatoes with compost.
We've always tried to buy our supplies locally. Keeping our money local is something that's really important to us. However, this year we've really hit the jackpot in finding some really good local sources for things like compost. There is a local horse sanctuary and they sell this compost that they make for, $45 for a scoop of it. And we've been able to purchase a couple scoops from them and use that as a layer in our garden and in our orchards. And I can tell you, it has made a world of difference in our vegetables. I'm growing cucumbers, like you can see here, bigger and better than I ever have in any year prior. And this is garden soil that's only on year 2. We decided to move into as close to a no-till garden as we can get. This year, we only scraped our garden space with the tractor bucket just to pull the grass away. Then we went ahead and laid down some compost that we got locally. Then we put our weed paper down for layer 2, and layer 3 are our wood chips. The cool thing is that our weed paper is going to break down by the end of the season, and it will be another layer of healthy soil that is going to build soil health. Another thing that we're going to do at the end of the year is top it with a bunch of leaves that we don't have on our property, but we have a family friend who said that we could come and take some from their yard, and we're going to do that. We're also going to get a bunch of our grass clippings and laid those over the garden space as well heading into next garden season. Another thing that we've been doing is finding as many good organic fertilizers as we can. A couple videos ago, my husband and I showed you how we used our duck water and our duck pond to make a compost tea that we used to water all of our berries and our fruit trees and even some things in our vegetable garden. And that has made a world of difference as well. I can tell you that all the changes we're making this season, being a little bit more of a lazy gardener, moving into a lot more compost, no tilling, healthy soil, really working on building soil has changed the way our garden is functioning. Overall, things that we're doing differently this year is we're doing no till. We started our garden with a good layer of compost. Then we put on our wheat paper. We covered that with our wood chips that we also get locally from a sawmill. And those are the three layers that we're doing currently. And then at the end of the season, when we're putting beds to bed for the winter, we're going to top with leaves and grass clippings to ensure that we're getting a head start for next year. As always, my husband is fitting in fishing trips when and where we can. Salmon season is coming to an end where we live in northeastern Wisconsin, but we were able to add two more fillets to our freezers, which equals 4 meals worth for our family. So all I'm doing here is cutting them in half. My husband had already pulled the bones out of these, and I'm just going to package these in regular freezer Ziploc bags and head them for the chest freezer for the later in the year, the winter ahead. A couple videos ago, we showed you guys how we smoke brook trout for our freezer. You could also do that same method with this salmon. However, we just know that salmon is a hot commodity where we are, especially being that we don't have as much as we would like heading into this winter. So that's why we end up smoking the brook trout. We use that as our smoked fish option, and then we save our salmon fillets for things like salmon patties or really just mostly salmon patties, to be honest. I think it's the only way my family eats the salmon, and we will use that for those types of meals heading into winter.